Hi Leos, how are you? I hope you are doing well. If you are new, welcome. My name is Nina or Sinfulpluto. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoy your stay. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and joining me today for this experience. I really hope that I'm able to give you the guidance and the messages that you need to hear for the upcoming week. So this week we're going to be going over what you should be expecting for the week of July 29th for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For Tropical and Sidereal, so check both of those to see which resonates more or anything like that, okay? Let's see. I think that's all that I really have to say for now. I'll save everything else for the rest. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and let me know your feedback in the comments down below, yeah? Alright, so let's get started. What's in store for Leo the week of July 29th? What is in store for Leo the week of July 29th? I've got a card already. Alrighty, let's start. I'm going to move this a little bit back. Alrighty. So we have the Four of Cups. Okay, so a little bit of despondency here going on. Maybe you feel like you're lacking in some sort of emotional fulfillment. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Maybe it's because you've missed out on a really great opportunity or on an offer. And then we have the Eight of Swords, which signifies some sort of intervention. Someone is intervening, or it could also signify that you feel trapped in some way. And then we have the Hierophant. And then under that, we have the Six of Cups. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Capricorn. With this Hierophant card here, Leo, you could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Taurus, someone that you are very familiar with the Six of Cups. This can be someone from your past who is coming back up again. And there's a sense of nostalgia here with this person, I feel like, but also with this Eight of Swords, maybe you feel trapped by this person, or you feel, for some of you, I can see this as you feeling kind of imprisoned in a situation with a Capricorn or a Taurus, or some sort of authority figure with this Hierophant card, something that you may have been dealing for a while, because we do have the Six of Cups. And they have similar colors. We have like the purple here. So I feel like these two cards are very interrelated. There's someone from the past coming up. Or something from the past coming up. This Hierophant can also signify like a past commitment of yours. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but some sort of commitment that maybe you felt really trapped in with this Eight of Swords. You weren't really happy in this situation. Okay? All right, so let's get into it. All right, so Four of Cups. So there is that sense of despondency. There's a sense of I don't want to say having your heart broken, but there's a sense of a lack of fulfillment here. If you look at the card, the heart is kind of like drained of all of its color, because normally the hearts in this card are vibrant and full of life, and I feel like for some of you, you kind of broke your own heart, because the way that the person, or the skeleton, should I say, the skeleton is sitting, the water is pouring down on the heart. And I feel like the water that's going down here is like what's kind of killing it. So I feel like some of you could be breaking your own heart or just hurting your own feelings over a situation, which makes sense, because with the Eight of Swords, this signifies a feeling of imprisonment, but it's kind of self-imposed in the sense that there's a lot of complacency on your end, and there hasn't been a lot of action taken on your part to get out of the situation. You kind of just accepted your circumstances and kind of accepted your fate in a way, and you kind of are accepting the suffering that you are experiencing right now. It's almost like you don't really care to change anything, and you're like, well, this is the way that life is. I can't do anything about it. And yeah, it's true that you can't control the things that life throws at you, but you can control the way that you react to them and the way that you approach situations. So I don't think that this is a very good mindset for you, and I feel like it's just holding you back, and it's just making you feel really depleted and unfulfilled in terms of your emotions. And I think for some of you, like, just feeling really unfulfilled in general in your life. This could be, I feel like for some of you, this could be in relation to a job with this Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. You know, the Ace of Pentacles reversed is like a delay in opportunities, a delay in, oh, sorry, someone texted me. My mom texted me. Okay, my bad, guys. I'm so sorry for that. But, Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like for some of you, you're missing out on really great opportunities because of the mindset that you're in, because of the lack mindset that you're in. I feel like some of you, I don't want to say that you're, oh, shriek. Okay. I don't want to say that you are, okay. I don't want to say that you're attracting kind of like, not like bad luck, but I feel like you're just not in the best vibration right now. You're not in the best mindset. And I feel like because of that, you're drawing in the energy that you don't want. Does that kind of make sense? I mean, it's law of attraction. When you're in a vibration where, I hate like, okay, anyways. When you're in a vibration where, you know, it's kind of low and you're feeling like self-deprecating and you feel bad for yourself and you're pitying yourself and, you know, all of these things, when that all happens, you begin to attract more of that and more of that and more of that. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's kind of what's going on. And so I would be very careful as to your mindset and how you begin to, or not even begin it, but how you think of the world, how you see the world. Yeah. Be very mindful of your thoughts. Be very mindful of like your inner dialogue. Be very mindful of what's going on in your life. I feel like for some of you, maybe some of you are feeling very emotionally drained and trapped in some sort of situation with the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. Some of you feel trapped in a situation. Maybe you feel that a Taurus or a Capricorn has been draining you. This person could be someone that you have known for a very long time. It could also be a Leo that you feel that is draining you with the Sun card here. Maybe it's just one of those things where you feel as though someone is just draining you of your emotions, of your energy, and you don't really know how to get out of it. So that's one thing. Oh, wait, this. Alrighty, so I want to see this Four of Cups. I want to see why you're feeling this way. Why do we have the Four of Cups here? Can you clarify this Four of Cups, please? It just feels like you're not, it's like you're not even taking the time to actually try to look at the brighter side. We have the Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, so this, for some of you, I feel like with this Four of Cups and the Three of Swords reversed, some of you are just taking a time out, or you need to take a time out because your heart was broken in some sort of way, or you have experienced some sort of pain, perhaps in relation to a Capricorn or a Taurus you have a relationship with, and just any sort of relationship, not a romantic relationship. But maybe maybe there's something that you need to heal from, because I feel like right now, you just need to, this to me seems a little bit like a hermit mode where someone just really hurt you in some sort of way. They just hurt your feelings in some sort of way. And it's almost like, it's like, okay, so what, this is weird, but like they're kind of, I'm envisioning like, so you see the skull, right? And it's like halfway. I feel like someone kept on chipping away at the skull, and that's why all of the water is coming out, all of the emotions are coming out, and you know, you feel emotionally drained because someone kept on chipping away at it. And I feel like that's what's going on. And so I think that you kind of just need to take a break for yourself. Also with the Ace of Pentacles reverse, it can also just be with this, that you need to kind of take away offering your own emotions or offering your services. So, like, for example, if you are someone who offers services in some way, whether it's, like, tarot reading or like, energetic stuff, like, emotional stuff, or it's just something that has to do with healing in some sort of way, if you're offering your services, I feel that if you're offering your services, I feel like that has been draining you a lot because of just specific people just being very, like just being like a leech essentially. And so I feel like that could be what's going on, and you just need to take a break from that so that you can turn out to be the Queen of Cups again. I also feel like a water sign could end up helping you during this time, helping you kind of regain your fulfillment, because here we have like the empty heart, right? And here she's offering you a new vibrant heart. So keep your eye out for a water sign, or for someone who's just very emotionally mature, someone who's very nurturing, someone who's kind of like a maternal figure in your life. So just keep that in mind. I feel like they would help you a lot, kind of rebalance everything, because I also have Justice here. So you could be dealing with the Libra. Oh, dang, that was quick. Oh, no. Okay. So you could be dealing with the Libra as well, but I feel like this person, this water sign, is going to help you reach equilibrium again and help you figure out your situation. Where's my... I'm like looking for my cursor right here. But yeah, they could help you out with this situation, I feel like. And I feel that they're going to help you see things for what they are. And just overall, I feel like they're going to help you heal, because I think that you really need that. I feel like right now it's kind of a hard time for you to heal on your own, because I feel that other people have been very dependent on you. I have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, so I feel like someone has been very dependent on you, and I feel like that's why you have been feeling very drained, because this person is just taking and taking from you. They don't really hold themselves accountable. They're just expecting you to do all of the work. They're expecting you to do all of these things for them. And they're just taking and taking and taking, and that's why the heart is empty now and not full, and no longer full of life. And so I feel like a water sign is probably going to come in for you, and I don't want to say set things straight, but they're just going to help you nourish yourself and nurture yourself to back to wellness, because I don't think that you're doing very well, Leo. I feel like you're not getting enough rest, and I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, it could be an earth sign for some of you. Again, Capricorn or a Taurus. It could be an earth sign who has been really draining your energy. And who you may have been feeling very restless about. And it's more so, like, it's not really you overthinking about them, but them just draining your energy and kind of, like, making you talk to them all of the time. Yeah, King of Pentacles reversed. This is someone that you're associated with. So we have the King and the Queen, so this is like a couple. But I feel like this feels like one energy to me, where someone is just very dependent on you and they're thinking in their own interest. I'm getting like very heavy like earth sign energy for some of you. But yeah, someone who's very much thinking in their own self-interest, someone who is who's very selfish, and they're not very generous, you know, with whatever energy that you give them. They're not giving anything back. They're not reciprocating anything, and that's why you feel so drained, and that's why we have this water sign coming in for you, or potential water sign coming in for you, who is offering you kind of like a new life. You know how like cats have 9 lives? I feel like that's kind of what they're doing for you, is like they're giving you that extra life. Or you know how like in Mario, where I think it was in Mario, but like I think it's in Mario where that, you know, that you can hit one of those boxes, those question marks, and it gives you like an extra life sometimes. That's kind of the thing that I think is going on with you. You're getting an extra life. You're getting an extra heart so that you can deal with the situation properly. And I think just overall, just feel a little bit more, just feel better, to get better, because I feel like this week or just the past few days in general, and like with eclipse season now ending, I feel that a lot has just been hitting you. A lot of people have been relying on you and depending on you, and I feel like it's really hitting you this week, all of this stuff, and I feel like it's just time to deal with it. So yeah, I want to talk about the Hierophant. So let's get into that. So who is this Hierophant? What does this signify for you guys? Okay. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, so this Hierophant person, this could be someone that you're committed to, possibly a Leo, another Leo that you're dealing with the King of Wands. I feel like this is someone that you have known for a very long time, because I do have the 6 of Cups right next to it. So if you're dealing with a Leo or just a fire sign in general who has kind of been hindering you and almost putting you between a rock and a hard place with this 8 of Swords, I feel like this person has really been putting you between in a rock and a hard place, where they're just leeching off of you and they are trapping you in the situation. But at the same time, I feel like at the same time you have the choice to to walk away from the situation, to not acknowledge them, to just not offer them your services, to not offer them your time, to not offer them your energy. So, you know, that's where the Eight of Swords comes in, where in the sense that, you know, it's always up to you how you react to things, and it's always up to you how you choose to approach certain situations. So, yes, this person was draining, and it's not fair that they were doing this to you, but at the same time, you know, I kind of just acknowledge that you did play a little bit of a part in this, in the sense that you let them, I don't want to say that you let them take your energy, but there was just a sense of like, I feel like you came from a good place, but, you know, you allowed them to reach the level that they did, if that kind of makes sense, you know? So you could also be dealing with an Aries and Aquarius because I have the Fool reversed. Yeah, but the King of Wands, with this King of Wands, I feel like this person is very immature, very irresponsible, very reckless. I feel like they really didn't consider your feelings at all throughout this situation. I mean, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. I really feel like they're being very selfish. They're not taking any sort of accountability for their actions. I feel like they're just... They were very impulsive, just very reckless. They weren't taking your feelings into consideration, your energy into consideration. It was all me, and nothing about you. So just be mindful of that. And, you know, at first they might, I mean, because you know them and because you might have known them for a while, or there's a sense of familiarity between you guys, because I do have the Six of Cups here, I feel like that allowed for some leeway, because I feel like if this were if this were a stranger, you wouldn't have allowed for the BS to happen. But because it was someone that you knew, someone that you were close to, or someone that was very familiar to you in some way, I feel like that's kind of what let you, that's kind of what led you to, I guess, just allow the situation to go down the path that it did, and like kind of basically let them take all of your energy from you, essentially. Does that kind of make sense? So because there's that sense of familiarity, you gave them a little bit of leeway, and you were like, you know what, this is my friend, this is, you know, my partner or whatever, and they took advantage of that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for some of you guys. Let's see if there's something else that I can pick up. So like I said earlier, with this Four of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles reverse, you could be dealing with a situation where you feel like you really missed out on a wonderful offer. And maybe it's because there is a Taurus or a Capricorn who is holding you back from making this offer. I feel like for some of you, you're scared of venturing out of what is familiar to you, because the Hierophant can also signify just like very conventional things, very just familiar things as tradition. So I feel like maybe people have a certain expectation of you that they want you to meet, but you have other plans in mind. And so maybe you feel trapped in that situation with the Eight of Swords, and maybe you're really feeling anxiety ridden about this whole situation, and you don't really know how to approach it. And maybe people view you as very immature, as very reckless, and you don't really take into consideration, you know, other people's feelings or other people's, energy, or just things like that, like other people in general. But I feel like that's how they view you, when in reality, I think that for some of you, you're the King of Wands, someone very bold, and you get what you want. And I feel that some people, you know, some outsiders view you as selfish because they see that you're always getting what you want, or, you know, you're always persistent about what you want. But I think that for some of you, this is just related to the fact that, like, you're just very persistent and you're very bold and you're not scared to chase after what you want. But I feel that this week there's just a sense of kind of like a fear of maybe letting people down, or just feeling very discouraged in some sort of situation. Maybe you feel like you keep on missing out on certain opportunities with this Ace of Pentacles reversed. And there's a sense of being trapped. Again, I feel like this feeling of being trapped is in relation to this Hierophant, where you're like, even though you want to venture off and do your own thing and you do want to take that leap of faith, I feel like that some of you are just scared of that because you're so used to the conventional, you're so used to the traditional, you're so used to what is familiar to your life, with the Hierophant and the Six of Cups here. So I feel like that's why you might be feeling that you just feel uncomfortable in some way. I feel like some of you are also maybe trying to like talk to the dead with this Hierophant card. You know, he's like doing the Ouija board here. So I feel like some of you might be trying to talk to the dead or like trying to talk to spirits or something, perhaps to get some sort of guidance. Maybe to see that, maybe to foresee some sort of event or to see like what you can do about something. So you could be like participating in magic or just looking into tarot or, you know, psychics, mediums, like reaching out to them to see what is going on. It could also be with this Eight of Swords and the Hierophant that you feel trapped by something from the other side, if that kind of makes sense. Like maybe there's something karmic that is holding you back in some way. Something from the past, maybe from a past life. But I feel like that's not really, like, I feel like that's for some of you, not for, like, all of you. I mean, obviously it's not for all of you. But I feel like for some of you, maybe you have entangled yourself a little bit too much in, like, magic and the spirit realm. And maybe you don't even, now you don't know how to get out with this Eight of Swords. And because of that, you feel like there's a delay in time or a delay in, like, opportunities. And that's why we have the Four of Cups here. But for those who would need to take some sort of leap of faith, I have the Full Reverse, which can also signify you, like you're building up the momentum to take the leap of faith and to go and to do whatever it is that you want to go off, whatever you want to venture off to. But right at the moment that you're about to take that leap of faith, you run back to your old life. And so I feel like you might need to heal from that. With the Three of Swords reversed, there's something that you need to heal, probably from your past or probably from like the life that you're going back to. There's something from your old life that you need to heal before you can actually leave. And I feel like a water sign could really help you out, help you kind of balance out the scales with this Justice card. Also, it could just be a Libra, but there's someone maternal to you, or it can literally be a maternal figure, or just someone who takes on maternal traits, someone who's just very nurturing, very mothering, who offers you kind of like a new opportunity, kind of helps you balance things out. And with the Four of Swords, I feel like some of you just need to take a break. Some of you need to stop overthinking so much and just take a break from this whole situation. And I feel like Earth's, like, I mean, I have the King and Queen of Pentacles, so I feel like there's an Earth sign couple or friends or something who are just kind of really overly dependent on you, and maybe they're just taking up a lot of your energy, and maybe that's why you feel like you can't really do much. This could be like parents to you. Maybe there's just people who are just, people who are draining your energy, and they're not giving you the time to just think and plan and things like that. So that's what I have for you guys. This is really long. I'm so sorry. But I hope that, you know, that resonates for those that this message needs to be relayed to. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pick some cards from my Spirit Animal Oracle to see what we have, and then I'll read some affirmations for you. And then we will be out of our way, darlings. Alright, let's see. So, what message does Leo need to hear this week for July 29th? What message does Leo need to hear for the week of July 29th? Alright, yeah, I think I got two, or is that one? Yeah, I think I got one. I got one. So we have Canary Spirit, Sing Your Own Song. This, to me, says that you need to just be independent. You need to do your own thing. Don't rely so much on other people to depend on, or like, you know, for some of you, you could be overly reliant on other people. You could be the one who is just expecting other people to do all of the work for you, in which case you need to do your own thing. You need to be independent. You need to follow your own path, because no one is going to do all of the work for you. You have to pick up the slack. You have to do your own work. You have to, you know, heal yourself. You have to, you know, take initiative. This is definitely, I think for me, this is saying that you need to take initiative. For some of you, you might need to speak up and, you know, speak your truth and say what you have to say, and then, you know, leave. Yeah, I feel like some of you really need to heal something that has to do with the throat, because, I mean, blue is throat chakra, so maybe you need to speak more clearly. I say more affirmations in terms of speaking clearly, in terms of being heard, in terms of saying, in terms of, like, believing that what you are saying is important, But I feel like a lot of you need to speak up and speak your truth and do what you think is right, rather than just follow the crowd, rather than just depend on other people to do the work for you, rather than just like standing in the shadow of someone else. And for some of you, you know, you could be encouraged to do some tarot for yourself, or to get guidance from someone. Again, getting guidance from someone who's very intuitive. It could be a Capricorn or a Taurus, but I feel like for some of you, it could be just like it can be a water sign too, but someone very intuitive. Some of you might need to get in communication with your guides even, to know how to move forward in the situation. But for others of you who are kind of taking advantage of like tarot and, you know, psychics and all of that, I feel like this is also saying that you need to step away from that and reflect on your own things and stop overthinking so much and stop trying to get like a blueprint of every single thing that you need to do. Because that's just not the way that life works. There are certain things that have to remain a mystery for you, so that you can make mistakes and learn from them and move forward and become wiser through time. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to pull some affirmations, or we'll see how many come out. But I'm going to pull an affirmation for you from my Affirmators deck to see what comes through for you. So what affirmation does Leo need to hear at this time? What affirmation does... Ooh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, bottom of the deck is generosity. And then, don't take it personally. Okay, so I'm going to read generosity really quick. So it says, I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. So there's that. And I feel like this really resonates with these two cards here, being generous and giving, and just being generous, being charitable. Even when you physically don't have a lot, there is always enough to give around. And when you are generous to others, the world is generous to you. So here we have divine timing. And it says, everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly, I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. So this to me talks a lot about how some of you are trying to get into communication with spirit guides or with angels or whoever, but it's too much. Like, you're doing it too much, and you're relying a little bit too much on divine guidance. You're relying too much on psychics or mediums, or kind of just like readings in general. You're relying too much on that guidance because you're having a hard time thinking for yourself, should I say. And so I feel like, again, sing your own song. You have to be independent. You have to think for yourself. You have to do your own thing. If you're relying on everyone and everything to give you a blueprint, you're not going to get anywhere. And that's why you're missing out on all of these opportunities, because you can't think for yourself. That can really resonate for some of you, where, you feel disappointed in all of that, but have you made decisions based on your own will rather than decisions that that readings have told you, if that kind of makes sense? Like I said, sometimes things just have to go the way that they have to go, and you can't know every single detail of the future, because then you're not living. You have to remain in the present, and I feel like if you mess too much with karma, then karma is just going to balance things out either way, and there's no way to avoid karma. So just take it in stride, just allow yourself to take a leap of faith if you need to take a leap of faith, and just believe that everything will be all right, and don't let your own mind imprison you. So that's what I have for you, and I finished right on time because my mom is here. I'm going to go out to lunch. But that's what I have for you, Leo. So I hope that resonates. Please let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, share, subscribe. You can find me on social media at Sinfulpluto on Twitter and Instagram, okay? And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. Yeah, boy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you so much. Thank you so much for your loyalty and for your love and your support and your generosity towards me. You honestly mean the world to me, and I love you so much, Leos. Happy birthday, Leos, by the way. Happy Leo season. It's your season. Live it up, my love, okay? Drink water, lots of it. Seriously, stay hydrated. And I think that's it. So I'll talk to you soon, my loves. Bye.